Hello. Michelle here with My Designs in the Chaos, where it's my goal to develop, encourage, and grow your crafting talent and confidence. And today I am live with episode number 19 in our Daily Dose of Design series, where I'm talking about all kinds of things regarding designing SVG files, and all the files that kind of come with an SVG download. So if you're here, say hello. Let me know that you're here. And if you're watching on the replay, make sure to comment replay below. And if you have a question, make sure to share that with me in the comments, or shoot me an email, info@mydesignsinthechaos.com, and I will happily produce an episode on your question. So if you are joining me though, say hello, let me know that you're joining, and if you have a question, let me know. Okay, so today's question comes from, I'm going to read the comment that I got and answer that question that I got. So she said, thank you so much for the video, but I'm really having a question that I hope that you can answer for me. I am a little bit worried about copyrights. Is it safe to create and sell SVG files in the two softwares that you're referring to? She's talking about Inkscape and Illustrator. So she wants to know, is it safe to design and save SVG files in those two software programs? She says that she has Canva, and when she started studying about selling her digital artwork, she realized that there might potentially be a lot of legal stuff involved with it. Yes, it can feel a little overwhelming at times. I can agree with that. But she said, what can you create or use to sell and save and be able to produce for your own work? Can you do this inside of Inkscape and Illustrator? And so I wanted to address this because I think that this is something that a lot of people have a question on when they start learning how to design their own SVGs. They're like, well, what can I sell? What can I distribute? What's the line there? How do I know what's available and what's not? So I want to give you 3 tips when you're trying to decide, are you able to sell or distribute the files that you are creating? So number 1, the first and easiest way to be able to find out, is this legal for me to do or not? Is it 100% yours? Meaning you didn't get inspiration from Pinterest. It's not something that people would recognize like Coke or Nike or Disney. Is it 100% your idea? And if it's 100% your idea, the second question is, the fonts that you're using, if it's a phrase, are the fonts that you're using, are those able to be used for commercial use? Or did you download them for personal use only? Okay, so number 1, is it 100% your design and your idea? Number 2, are the elements that you're using to create the image with or to create the phrase with, do you have the commercial rights to be able to produce a file with that font? Or have you only downloaded it for personal use? So you want to check those licenses with them. Number 3, okay, you want to make sure, and I mentioned this in number 1, but it's not a recognizable brand. If it's a recognizable brand that you are referring to in your design, it's really easy to say the answer is no. You can't sell it. You cannot make money off of something that somebody else has come up with. So that would be like, anything that's recognizable, Chick-fil-A, Diet Coke, Disney, Harry Potter, all of that stuff is copyright. And if you are shopping at a location that has those images for sale, it's a red flag. I just want to give you a word of caution there. It is a red flag, because the only person who's allowed to make money off of that stuff are the people who own the copyright and trademarks to those. And so just keep that in mind. So it needs to not be a recognizable brand. And then the last tip that I want to share with you in regards to this is you can also always look up your own information. So like, let's say you come up with a really cool, clever design and you're like, this is 100% mine. Nobody's come up with this idea before. This is genius. I love it. And what you can do is you can actually go to the website, and I'm going to tell you the exact website so that it doesn't get lost here. The United States Patent and Trademark Office website. It's uspto.gov. You can go there and you can check the database of copyrights and trademarks to find out. And there's a difference between copyrights and trademarks, and I can talk about that in another video. But you can go to the trademark database and find out, is that really cool phrase that you think is absolutely amazing that nobody else has thought of? Does it already have a trademark, or are you able to distribute it? And so you always want to check that with your digital files, because the people who are using your designs, if it has a trademark on using it on a shirt, well, you don't want to sell that to someone who then is going to put it on a shirt and get in trouble for it. And so you just kind of want to be cautious with that. So always check that trademark database. It's ever changing. Every single week, there's brand new ones that are registered. There's ones that end up expiring. And so you're always kind of wanting to stay on the forefront of that. Now, inside of my class, 123 SVG, I go into a lot more detail about what trademarks and copyrights and how to check it and what to look for when you're checking it. I have a whole section just on how to do that to make sure that legally you are safe and sound if you're trying to produce SVG files to make a living off of them. But those are the tips that I have for you today in regards to that question of legally, what do I do? Is it my design? So the answer is short, yes. If you created 100% yourself, inside of Illustrator or inside of Inkscape, you're not tracing somebody else's design off of Google. You're not using something that people recognize. You're using something with a commercial use license and there's no trademark on it. Absolutely. You can distribute that file. It is all yours to be able to sell. But if any of those on that checklist have a line through them, like, oh, nope, this is an image I got off Google, or nope, I only have personal use for this font, or oops, it already has a trademark, or oops, there's a recognizable brand there, then you got to say, nope, you cannot sell that or distribute that file. So hopefully that gives some clarity around what you're able to actually sell versus what you're able to design and save and all that kind of goodness. If you have a question, make sure to send it over info@mydesignsinthechaos.com. It's traveling right across the bottom there. I would love to feature your question in one of our episodes of the Daily Dose of Design. We are about two-thirds of the way done. We've got a third more of our series left to go. If you're enjoying this series, let me know. Share the love on whatever social platform you are enjoying this on, and then make sure to get it in your inbox every single day by clicking the link in the description. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you back tomorrow for episode number 20. Bye, y'all.